Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the, tax here again in Thailand, and specifically discussion of VAT versus income tax. Let me jump into this real quick. Thought of making this video after reading a recent article from the Bangkok Post, bangkokpost.com. Article is titled, "Income Taxes May Dip on Trend as VAT Hikes." Quoting directly, "Global trends are shifting towards reducing income taxes and increasing consumption and wealth taxes, according to Finance Permanent Secretary Lavaron Sangsneet." First of all, are the finance people here in Thailand like behind every trend? Because what I'm saying is, going back here, it says reducing income tax and increasing consumption at a time when the Western system, the wheels are metaphorically falling off the wagon with regard to this consumption-based economy. And now here's Thailand looking to engage in exactly what isn't working in the West. Quoting further, in a recent lecture at National Defense College, two National Defense College students, Mr. Lavaron said if the value-added tax is raised in the future, it would be implemented gradually along with measures to mitigate the tax impact. You know, I love how they never talk about getting rid of any of these taxes. It's always an inevitable and a foregone conclusion that they are going to go up. Notwithstanding the fact that value-added tax is arguably the worst kind of tax to create. And the reason for that is it literally taxes value, which is the one thing you want in your system. You want value added. That's the way we create wealth in the world, is by adding value. And to tax that, attacks that directly, first of all. Secondly, I love how the debate is, it's just a bunch of bureaucrats talking about how much money they're going to take from us and how they're going to do it, either through income tax or VAT. And frankly, you know, especially after 2.5 years of you bureaucrats shut down our businesses, now you're out of money because there's air in the metaphorical line, if you will, the pipeline of revenue money to the government. But instead of you just having to take that hit, no, we want to raise taxes on you. When you told us, and I remember somebody, literally a government officer, shutting down my wife's business and telling her, well, it's just the way it is. Well, guess what, Revenue Department? There's air in the line. It's just the way it is. We don't need any increase in VAT or income tax. Now, meanwhile, the purpose of this video is to bring up something. Why is all of this narrowly focused on, we need to raise VAT, we need to raise income tax? Meanwhile, we have legalized a cash crop here in Thailand in the form of cannabis. I've discussed this in other videos. Slap an excise tax onto cannabis. There's whatever shortfall you need to make up for. You know, that's it. Stop going after people's income. Think about what income tax is. Income tax is a tax on your labor, the sweat from your brow. Now, on some level, there may be some justification for some level of wealth extraction for, societal purposes. The old adage, building roads and whatnot. But meanwhile, I have a real problem with the notion of these bureaucrats sitting around fighting over how much money they're going to take from us, either in a very unproductive value-added tax or in an extremely, in my opinion, quite honestly, wealth extractive income tax from people. And meanwhile, we have this cash crop that we could be taxing that's being utilized by folks that the government has clearly got issues with. Why not just tax them and then use that money to make up whatever you need to make up for, and you don't have to go after people's income, you don't have to go after people's VAT. Well, one of the reasons I think for this is A, they're not quite certain that cannabis will be around forever. I think that's silly at this point. I think it's very clear cannabis is legalized. It's here to stay here in Thailand. But setting that also aside, again, the other thing I think that they want is long-term. They want to extract wealth from us. So they don't want to look for the solution to it. They just want to look for a way they can extract more wealth. So presume that that's going to be the case moving forward.